In this two-part series, we will show you the secrets to growing perfect strawberries in your kitchen. As you can see, the plants are thriving. There are lots of flowers and berries. The berries are juicy, shiny, and with perfect shape. Growing strawberries indoors can be difficult. If you bring strawberry runners from your garden inside, you might bring with you pests like spider mites. The plants also need high humidity in the night, or the leaves will turn brown and your strawberries will shrivel up. You also need to give them the right light, the right nutrients, and the right amount of nutrients. This may sound difficult, but it really is not when you just learn a few tricks. In these videos we will show you how, step by step. Then you can also enjoy a bowl of freshly picked, delicious strawberries. In our previous video shown above, we showed you how we built this IKEA NFT system. We have grown all kinds of plants in this system with great success. This time we are growing strawberries from seeds, since we want to avoid bringing in pests from the garden. We add water to the system, but no nutrients yet, since we are sowing directly into the system. We have cleaned the system since the last growth. We also used descaling solution for the tubes to try and get rid of the calcium deposits. The water seems to be flowing fine. We use a remounting type of strawberry called Fragaria Delissimo. We will grow the strawberries from seed, not runners. This way we avoid bringing in pests from our garden. According to the information that came with the seeds, these strawberries like high humidity levels and low night temperature. This could be a challenge for growing indoors, since the relative humidity in our house usually is around 35%. We will show you later in the video how we solved this problem. We plant the seeds into moist rockwool cubes. We use only one seed per cube. In hindsight, we should have planted several seeds per cube to be sure about germination. As you can see, we use no net cups. This way we make sure the cubes stay moist from the start. In our experience, net cups are not necessary for an NFT system. We place transparent domes over the holes to ensure the seeds are kept moist to promote germination. We use a light from the start. This way we make sure the seedlings get light as soon as they sprout, and we avoid leggy seedlings. The light is on a timer with 14-hour day and 10-hour night. Later on, when the plants are larger, we will increase this to 16 hours day to promote blooming. The light is a full spectrum light from Spider Farmer, with a good mix of cold white, warm white and red LEDs. After about 6 days, the first 2 seeds have germinated. They are really tiny. It's really amazing that they will grow into large strawberry plants. We fast forward and wait for the rest. As you can see, we cracked a little bit on the ones that have sprouted, so it doesn't get too humid. After about 14 days, 2 of the seeds have still not germinated. Luckily, we cheated a little bit and sowed some extra seeds in a box. Many of these seeds have germinated. We transplant seeds that have germinated into the rockwool cubes in the system which did not germinate. Since the first sprouts are already getting their first true leaves, we decide to add a small amount of nutrients. We use our stock solution of Calcinit and crystalline indigo, which we made from powder. See the video above on how to do this. We start with a tiny amount of Calcinit, which contains calcium nitrate, 10 ml for 10 liter water. We then add crystalline indigo, which contains all the other necessary macro and micro nutrients. We use the same amount, 10 ml. Crystalline indigo is especially well suited for berries. The EC level is now only 0.46 and pH is about 7.2. This is a bit high, but not a problem for seedlings. We will add more nutrients later. Be careful not to add too much nutrients for seedlings this small. At this point we have increased day-night cycle to 15:9. This is about 20 days after sowing and all the seedlings have gotten their first true leaves. It's time to increase nutrient strength. We mix a 10 liter bucket with 30 ml of the same nutrients. EC of the new mix is about 0.7. Remember to keep the silicone cap on the pH meter or it will dry out and stop working. The cap should always contain some storage solution. The pH is now 6.67 with no pH adjustment. Last time we measured with weaker nutrients it was 7.2. As you can see, the nutrient in itself is lowering the pH so that we don't need to adjust pH. We add the new nutrients to the tank with the old one. We resume fast forward. As you might notice during time-lapse, we cover the seedlings with the plastic cups during night. This is because the air in our house is really dry, only 36%. If the plant gets too much water, it will get rid of it through something called plant guttation. Notice the water drops at the end of the leaves. Guttation is a completely normal process in these types of plants and is actually very beneficial to ensuring their health. Let's fast forward again. These are the seedlings after 32 days. You might notice that the cubes has turned green. In our experience, this won't really affect the growth. When the plants gets bigger, the leaves will cover the cube and prevent further algae growth. It's time to add more water. This time we increase to 4 ml per liter or 40 ml for this 10 liter bucket. Using this amount of nutrients, the pH is decreased to 6.5, which is good for strawberries. EC is now about 1 millisiemens. We start to fast forward again. For this whole period, we refill the tank with 4 ml per liter of our A and B stock solution. As you can see, the plants are now too big for the humidity domes, which we have used to cover the plants every night. The plant starts to struggle almost immediately after removing the domes. Remember that the seed package said 75% relative air humidity, and our kitchen is about 35%. The leaves are turning bright green, almost yellow. To remedy this, we put in an air humidifier. Pretty soon after putting in the humidifier, the plant started to recover. The trick is to place the humidifier so that the mist blows across the plants, some hours every night. We use a smart plug to control the air humidifier. In our opinion, this is the most important trick to growing strawberries indoors. Here you can see the mist blowing across the plants. We place the water irrigation fitting into the air humidifier to direct the mist. We found that if you let the mist blow over the plants 4 to 5 hours every night, this was enough. The humidifier is not powerful enough to increase the humidity in the whole room, so the plants get enough moisture without increasing the humidity in the house. At this point, the plants started to put out runners, so we started cutting them off. This way the plant can use all their energy on flowers and berries and not propagation. We now increase the hours the light is on to 16 hours every day. These strawberries will never bloom if they get less than 14 hours a day. On day 81 the first buds arrives. They look really nice and we are excited. Looks promising. Now it's time to increase the nutrients for flowering and fruiting plants. This time we use 5 ml per liter of our A and B stock solution. Strawberries must not have too much nutrients. You should never have EC above 1.5 even when flowering. The pH is now down to 6.3 and the EC is 1.4. We will use this solution for the rest of the graft. Mix together with the nutrient solution already there. The pH is 6.74 and EC is about 1. But this will even out as we keep refilling with a new solution. Now it's just a wait for the buds to bloom. On day 90 something happens. Day 91 a perfect white flower appears. Look how big and beautiful the first flower is. Since there are no bees inside, we must hand pollinate. First option to hand pollinate is to use an electrical toothbrush together with a plastic stick. We fasten it with a zip tie. Second option is to use a makeup brush. Now more and more plants are flowering. Some of the flowers has also started to turn into berries. On day 98, when we do our regular measurements, we see that something is very wrong. The pH has plummeted to almost 4. This will kill the plants pretty fast if we don't do anything. See how we solve this problem and more secrets to growing strawberries inside in our next and final episode. Here's a summary of the secrets to growing strawberries indoors we have covered so far. Stay tuned for our next video.